We see Izuku with Kakashi walking while one was reading. Kakashi, nothing new Midoriya? Izuku, no, only Jiraiya has been training me with my chakra control. Kakashi, I'm glad you can replace me when I'm not there. Hey, but I was wondering if you've heard anything. Izuku, well, they say that one of the Akatsuki died in an explosion. I think it was Deidara, the one who took the Kazekage. Kakashi, that's great, I was a bit fed up with it. Nothing new with girls? Izuku, girls? Kakashi, yes, you have several behind you. Izuku turns around and doesn't see anyone, not literally. Izuku, so? Kakashi, it's clear that several people like you without taking his eyes off his book. Hey, where were we going? Izuku, well, I was going to the Hokage Tower, I don't know. Kakashi, yes, I remembered that I left Naruto and Sakura waiting. I'll see you later. Midoriya disappearing in smoke. Izuku, was he a clone? Going to the Hokage Tower. At the Hokage Tower. Tsunade, Izuku. Watching the boy enter. What are you doing here so early? Izuku, I came because yesterday he told me he was going to send me an important mission. Tsunade, yes, that mission, taking out a book. Since you are my strongest unit, I want you to go to Amigakure again. They say they saw 2 Akatsuki members lurking around there. Izuku, am I your strongest unit? Tsunade, that was what mattered most to you of what I said? Izuku, well no, but I'm very surprised. Tsunade, there's someone from Akatsuki going this way. Jiraiya went to Amigakure a little while ago, I hope you catch up with him. Izuku, sure, I'll go. Tsunade, if you can leave sooner it would be better. Jiraiya will surely take 3 days to arrive, so you can take 1 or 2 people with you on your mission. Izuku nods. Izuku, okay, I'll infiltrate. I'll take Neji and Hinata. Tsunade, Hinata? Izuku, what's wrong with her? Tsunade, and no, nothing, it's just weird that they ask her for a mission. Scratching his cheek, they usually only choose her for her Byakugan. It's okay, can you let them know? They have to leave in less than half an hour. Izuku nods. Izuku, can I go through the window? Tsunade, are you okay? Watching Izuku leave through the window. Somewhere. We see Jiraiya running through a Konoha forest. Jiraiya, I still have a long way to go. A quick investigation wouldn't hurt. Arriving at a village, so you already have no ideas about the next Hokages. Looking at the ground. Flashback. We see Jiraiya with Tsunade, they were seen drinking. Jiraiya, yes, Kushina reminds me a lot of Naruto's personality. But also the physique is only from the father. Tsunade, yeah, he looks a lot like Minato. Jiraiya, hey, speaking of Minato, do you have any ideas about the next Hokage? You're too old to be out there. Tsunade was going to break the table. It's a lie. Tsunade. Don't break anything. Tsunade, GHMMM crossing her arms. You want to know about the ideas I have? Jiraiya, yeah, is there any idea you've thought of? Tsunade, well, Kakashi, that's my first choice. Jiraiya, and second option? Tsunade, did you just take another option? Jiraiya, well, I was just saying, with a drop in the 100, and which of the young people do you see with a very good future? Tsunade, there are several. Sakura. Jiraiya, yeah, I guessed as much. He snorted, looking away, and Tsunade smiled. Tsunade, there is also Midoriya, even though he is not from this world, he is willing to sacrifice himself for ours. Jiraiya, I'm still surprised that the syringe will work to give him the Hyuga's chakra. Tsunade, it's obvious that it wasn't going to work. I had to use a jutsu that will now be secret. Smiling. Jiraiya, how bad? Now I'm curious with depressive aura. Hey, Midoriya has been talked about a lot by the village. Tsunade, yes, some children from the village ask her to train with him. Jiraiya, it's surprising, I tried to teach him a fire jutsu. It seems he also masters the fire element. Tsunade, master 2 elements? Jiraiya, yes, but according to the memories we were told about Midoriya, his father could breathe fire, he may have gotten it from him. Tsunade, interesting. And tell me, without playing games, what do you want to do in Amigakure? Especially going alone? Jiraiya, if I go in a large group I'm sure I'll attract attention, I prefer to go alone. Besides, I heard there are 2 from Akatsuki there. I can't pass up this opportunity to gather information about them. Tsunade. End flashback. Jiraiya, I made him a promise that I will surely win. Smiling sideways. With Izuku. We see him walking with Neji and Hinata outside the village, although Hanabi followed him in the background. Izuku, You didn't have to come all the way here. Hanabi smiling at her. Will be back soon. Stressing the little Hyuga's head. They're coming for you. Watching a Hyuga coming towards them. Hyuga Natsu. Natsu, Hanabi-sama again looking at Hanabi who pouted. Sorry for the inconvenience again Izuku. Izuku, not at all, I like being with Hanabi. Caressing Hanabi who couldn't help but blush. Neji, take care of Hanabi. Natsu smiles. Hinata, take care of my little sister. Hanabi smiles at being called that. Natsu, of course, be careful. Leaving with Hanabi who kept looking at the boys who had a smile. Neji, Midoriya getting his attention. You have my blessings. Izuku, huh? Hinata, ha. We're leaving now. Izuku, yes, let's go. Leaving with Neji and Hinata from the village. In Amigakure. Pain, there's not much left. Konan. She nods and was next to the boy. Konan, yeah, are you sure we should go? Pain, it's the best moment. We're missing the Kyuubi with Gyuki. Konan, whatever you say. Pain, Konoha will soon feel the real pain. Elsewhere. We see a black-haired man walking next to a white-haired man and a red-haired woman. Hozuki Suigetsu. Uzumaki Karen. Sasuke, looking at the sky. Suigetsu, I thought Datara would kill you. Sasuke sees him and Suigetsu turns into liquid. Sasuke, TSK. Karen, hey, have you heard about the ninja who killed 2 Akatsuki by himself? Reading Midoriya. Izuku teaching Sasuke. Suigetsu, I want to see too. Karen, you wait. Sasuke. He's from Konoha, looking at Izuku's band that was on the boy's neck. He must be very strong. Who did he kill? Karen, to the duo known as Immortals. Sasuke, Suigetsu, he must be very strong to kill Immortals. Sasuke, shut up, let's continue on our way. Itachi. Wait for me, there goes your executioner, looking at his sword out of the corner of his eye. With Izuku. Izuku, can you tell me about blessings? Neji was going to speak but Hinata speaks first. Hinata, hey there's a food stall here. Izuku, hey, you're so hungry. Neji, you're going to get a stomach ache, Hinata-sama. Hinata, we're not going to the food place. Neji, do you know what he brings? Izuku denies me neither. But I hope it's not what I think. Going behind Hinata and Izuku, he follows them. With Anko. Anko, what do you mean he's not in the village? Tsunade, I think I should have warned him before, he went on a mission with Neji and Hinata. Anko, that Hyuga. Liar. Shizune, what do you bring? Looking at Anko rolling on the floor. Tsunade, don't worry Anko, they'll surely arrive safely. Anko, yes, but I wasn't complaining about that. Arms crossed while sitting on the floor. Tsunade, huh? Anko, I'm sure that Hyuga took him because she wants to take him away from me. Tsunade, do you like Midoriya? Anko nods, aren't you embarrassed? Anko, not at all, smiling. Shizune, I think we should wait for him to arrive after 3 days, right? Tsunade, it would be at 6 because it takes 3 days to go to Amigakure. Shizune, why yes sorry. Tsunade, you can leave. Anko, she nods and leaves. Can you believe it? Shizune, yes, I did. There are several who are also in love with Izuku. Tsunade turns to look at her. Ha. He. We see Izuku going through trees with Neji and Hinata. Izuku, Neji? Nothing yet? Neji shakes his head. Hinata, Akatsuki, nervous. Izuku, be ready, we might suddenly encounter some. With Konan. Pain, then it must be Jiraiya removing the rain that was in the place. Can you look for him? Konan, yes, starting to spread out on papers in the sky. Pain, I'm sure he's not coming alone. Arms crossed, I'm ready behind him. 5 silhouettes were seen. With Jiraiya. Jiraiya, they are already looking for me, looking at many paper butterflies. Sighing, he leaves the place. With Izuku. Izuku, we've arriving at Amigakure with the Hyuga. It would be better to separate. Neji, I don't intend to leave Hinata-sama alone. Izuku, fine, I'll go alone. Neji was going to speak but Izuku left. Neji, he's gone. We're going the other way. Hinata-sama. Hinata nods and follows him. With Izuku. We see him running but he stops when he sees many origami butterflies. Izuku. Watching the origami fly while he runs determinedly towards those papers. It's that girl again. One for all, surrounding himself with lightning, he goes to where the origami are. With Jiraiya. Jiraiya, looking at the origamis that formed a woman being Konan fire style, great fire bullet. Throwing a huge amount of fire, but Konan repels it with paper wings that were quickly made akare. An angel? Konan, I thought it was someone else who had come to Amigakura, releasing a large blast of air while Jiraiya dodged Konan's bomb ribbon attacks. Jiraiya, ha! Stretching his mane towards Konan, who was trapped. Now your sermon. Konan shook her head with a drop in her temple. With pain. Pain. Looking at Izuku running. With Izuku. Izuku, where is he? Jumping around the place and reaches a kind of lake, ha! Dodging someone who almost falls on him. Izuku, ha? Looking at everyone, they have the same eyes. Izuku, ha? Looking at everyone, they have the same eyes. But why are they like that? I only know the Sharingan and Byakugan. I hate having to fight against the unknown, surrounding himself with lightning again. Pain, did you think I didn't know someone was coming? Izuku just gets into a fighting stance. It seems like you haven't spoken. Izuku, I'm not leaving until I'm done with you. 6 running to them. With Neji. Neji, it seemed like he knew we were coming, walking over some ninjas defeated by him and Hinata. Hinata, where do you think Izuku is? Neji, it must be on the other side of Amigakura. If you're worried, we'll go there. Hinata, I'm not sure he'll be okay. Smiling sideways, and Neji smiles slightly. Neji, it's obvious, after all he is my chakra. Hinata just laughed lightly. In Konoha. We see Hanabi, who was lying in the garden looking at the blue sky. Hanabi. Natsu, Hanabi arriving and looking at Hanabi. What are you doing on the ground? Hanabi, I hope 3 more days pass. And you? Natsu, he laughing nervously at Hanabi's response. I'm sure it won't take long for Hanabi to come here. Hanabi, will he come back okay? Natsu nods. I just want him to be tired. Natsu looks at him. When he's tired he always rests on my legs. Smiling. Natsu, yes, it won't be long before he comes, I assure you. Hanabi nods. Hanabi, I'll wait for your return. Natsu, aren't you too young for that kind of thing? Dodges a kunai. Sorry, laughing as he left. With Jiraiya. Konan. Looking at Jiraiya, still talking to her. Hey, shutting Jiraiya, what do you know about Midoriya Izuku? Jiraiya, Izuku? What's wrong with him? Konan, do you know the power he has? Jiraiya nods. Then you do know about him. Jiraiya, well, technically I'm training him. Hey, don't distribute me. Leaving Konan with a chibi face. With Izuku. We see Izuku running away from rockets that Pain threw at him with his arms. Izuku, I'm in serious trouble, still running away but now had to jump to see a huge flying beast going towards him. What the hell is that? Izuku, ha. Being hit by another huge beast, which was a kind of frog. Grh. Falling on his feet on the water, but suddenly feels like he is paralyzed and notices out of the corner of his eye Pain, who is staking out the other 5. Pain, Banshu Tenon luring Izuku with his hand. Izuku, telekinesis? Going to Pain and is grabbed by him. Pain, I know you. Grabbing Izuku by the neck. You are Midoriya Izuku, throwing Izuku into the air, and before falling Shinra Tensei throwing Izuku very far, who was lost over the horizon. Did he really beat Hidan and Kakuzu? Going where he threw Izuku. With Neji. Neji, ha? Feeling a gust of air and sees Izuku fall next to him. Midoriya-kun. Going to Izuku next to Hinata, who screamed worse than Neji. Hinata, what happened to you? Looking at Izuku getting up. Izuku, just a completely uneven fight, but I'm not going to let them go. Going back to where he came from, and the Hyuga follow him. What are they doing? Neji, are you an idiot? We'll help you, Captain. Izuku laughs nervously when he remembers he's the team leader. Izuku, then I'm counting on you guys, but if there are any problems, don't hesitate to leave. Neji, is he an idiot? Looking at Izuku surrounding himself with lightning. Izuku, I'll have to take up more than 15%, remembering that with 15% they caught up with him in speed and even surpassed him. Remembering that with 15% they caught up with him in speed and even overtook him. With Jiraiya. Jiraiya, wait woman. Jumping all over the place while fleeing from Konan's attacks, who freed herself from him. Konan, I have orders to finish you off. Jiraiya, you don't seem as strong as you did years ago. Jiraiya, so you are Konan, right? Konan turned around when she noticed that the Jiraiya she was chasing was nothing more than a clone. Konan, when? Looking at Jiraiya with a Rasengan. Jiraiya, Rasengan. Hitting him in the stomach and Konan crashed into some kind of dock. With pain. Pain, Midoriya. Looking at Izuku in the distance surrounded by lightning. With Izuku. Izuku, I have a plan. But you guys have to get out of the water. The Hyuga nod and get out of the lake. With pain. Pain, came with 2, watches Izuku surround himself with sky blue lightning. Izuku, high voltage sign, Reikiri. Connecting his hand in the lake. Pain, ha? Looking at a huge amount of lightning coming towards them, but a Pain who has a ponytail threw everyone into the air, but he stayed there. We can't stop him since the lightning is no longer jutsu when in the lake. Looking at that Pain receiving the entire lightning discharge. That was good. Midoriya looking at the entire lake with blue lightning. Izuku, ready guys. The Hyuga nod and follow him as they get into the lake. Pain, falling into the lake along with the other 5, but one of those Pain grabbed the Pain who was all burned. Outer path. Izuku, shadow clone jutsu. Multiplying by 5 and everyone throws kunais. Pain, it's useless. Shinra Tensei stopping the kunais with his air cape. Neji, 8 trigrams, 64 palms putting himself into a pose while Izuku and Hinata continued running to the Pains. Izuku, are revived? Watching the burned Pain come out in perfect condition. Pain, come with everything. Midoriya. Izuku increases his percentage to 30% and thus goes to where the Pains with his clones and thus leaving Hinata behind. Hinata, he's very fast watching Izuku's get to the Pains. Izuku's, fire style, big fireball. Throwing huge fireballs. Pain, masters 2 elements, dodging the attacks but one of them receives the attack. Behind him, Neji was seen arriving by surprise at a Pain. Neji, ha! 2 palms. Ha? Being confused when he sees that I'm dodging him without even seeing him. Pain, Banshu Tenon luring Neji towards him but Izuku tries to hit him but he dodges it like nothing again. Izuku, how are they avoiding us like that? Looking sideways at the other Pains and notices that they were all looking at him. There's something strange. Pain, Shinra Tensei. Hitting Neji and Izuku with that jutsu sending them both flying now. A Pain began to summon some enormous beasts which ran to where the Jounin of the Leaf. Hinata, rotation. Standing in front of the 2 boys and trying not to stop his attack. Izuku, Hinata. Standing up next to Neji. Neji, Midoriya. Izuku nods and Neji grabs his arm go. Throwing Izuku into the air. Izuku, I didn't think you'd do that. Falling on top of a distracted Pain. With Jiraiya. Jiraiya, looks like I finished you off. Looking at Konan trying to get up but her entire abdominal area hurt. Tell me W. Looks at the lake start to rumble. Looks like I'll have to take you with me. Konan, and no paper wings came out of her and she was going to try to fly but Jiraiya throws a kind of toad saliva on Konan's wings. Demons, falls to the ground comically and Jiraiya just laughs at the way she fell. Jiraiya, it must be some problem with your leader, right? Konan shrugs as Jiraiya carries her. Konan, what do you think will happen there? Jiraiya, you live here, you should know running through the lake. With Izuku. Izuku, ha! Falling headfirst into the lake. Pain, that's all? Konoha will feel he stopped when he heard a large lightning bolt behind him and looks at Izuku with a Reikiri piercing one of the Pains. I think I underestimated Midoriya. Izuku, 45% is enough for him to not be able to see me well, with pain all over his body from the blows and the Ofa at an amount he can't control well. It's with the second that he makes me reach more than 30. Kakashi being the first, remembering a fight he had with Kakashi not long ago. Pain, what is Konan doing? If she wasn't chasing these 3, who was she chasing? Should it be Jiraiya? Neji, 8 Trigra being silenced by a kick from one of the Pains. Izuku, TSK, fighting with taijutsu against 2 Pains and in the background one was throwing beasts like a slime. Hinata, can he fight against 3? Looking sideways at Izuku giving an axe kick to a Pain. Neji and I are fighting one, fighting against a Pain next to Neji who is getting up. Neji, I'll take care of it, Hinata-sama. Running to Pain and starting to fight with taijutsu. Izuku, Reich. Pain, shut up. Banshu Tenon attracting Izuku towards him and from the sleeve of his Akatsuki cloak a kind of dark iron can be seen coming out. Izuku, ha? Looking at what he was going to do. Pain. It's over. You're going to feel the pain. Jiraiya, fire style, Great fireball. Hitting full on Pain, who was attracting Izuku. Izuku, J. Jiraiya. Looking at the white-haired boy with Konan and the origami girl. Konan, hello, waving with one hand while covered in saliva. Izuku, I won't ask. Pain, what is this? Standing up and looking at Konan with her enemies. Konan? What do you think you're doing? Konan, well, I don't do anything with a chibi face and on Jiraiya's back. Pain, it seems that I couldn't even trust you. Surely you were the one WHO told the Konoha people that we were here. Konan, what nonsense did you say? Pain, GGHR. Sighing, I don't even know why I'm not fighting right now. But I'm not going to back down even if you turn your back on me. Konan. Konan, but I haven't done anything. Jiraiya, looked like you were busy, kid. Izuku nods. Izuku, why yes. In the background you can see Neji and Hinata trying to hit the other Pain. Pain, you will feel a little of what my pain was. Short finale of the cap. Short finale of the cap. We can look at Pain and Izuku in a chibi way. Izuku, why did you say you were fighting? Looking at Pain, who just had a neutral look. Pain, he fought for peace. Izuku raises an eyebrow. Izuku, peace? That's the only thing you don't do. Pain, I give peace through fear, no one will try to fight anymore. Just as Konoha destroyed my village, I will do the same to them. Izuku, but you know that if you spread pain, they'll surely want revenge? Pain has a chibi face technically, they'll try everything but peace. Pain, since you say it. But you wouldn't understand me, you don't know about pain. Izuku, okay? Are we talking physical? Pain, besides. Shut up already, don't you see that the others are fighting? Jiraiya was staring crossly in the background. Izuku. That's not canon, right? Pain, from the fic, not yet. Izuku, what do you mean not yet? Pain, nothing. Izuku just looked at him with his eyes narrowed. Shinra Tensei. Kicking Izuku flying in a comical way. We see Izuku fighting against 3 Pains with his full cowl at 50%. Izuku, GGRH, body starting to hurt. Ha. Receiving a blast of air from one of the Pains. Pain, walking and standing in front of Izuku, who is getting up. Midoriya. Izuku, what is peace to you? Izuku, shut up. Even if I tell you, it won't change your way of seeing things. Surrounding himself with lightning. Pain, it seems so. Surrounded by 4 Pains. Izuku, Hinata and Neji? Turning to look where they were before and looks at the 2 Hyugas trying to get up. Jiraiya, it seems they can revive the Pains, fighting against a Pain that was recovered again. Pain, Konan, will you fight by my side? Looking at Konan, who was next to the Hyuga. Konan. We have already done so much damage, there is still time to end this idea. Yahiko would not have wanted us to do such things. Pain, Ha. Dropping his head but looks at him again. So you're not on my side? It seems that you changed your mind when you died denying. Konan, wings made of pure paper pop out. Pain, then you will fight me. Izuku, your battle is with me, idiot. Pain was going to look at him, but the 4 Pains receive a great gust of air that sent them flying, 55%, starting to release rays from his eyes. Konan, can you keep fighting them? Izuku makes a plus or minus sign, then take care of them for a bit. I plan to heal your companions. Izuku nods and he goes to where the Pains. Pain, Shinra Tensei. Waiting for it to reach him but notices it wasn't there. Ha? A kunai could be seen under the water. Izuku, Reikiri, high voltage sign, sticks the kunai into his leg, but in doing so receives a triple blow from the other remaining Pains. Ha. Spins around until he falls lying in the water. GRGH getting up, I'll have to break one of my bones at some point, analyzing the situation as best he can. Izuku, they use their eyes to stop pure chakra attacks in front of them, or just ninjutsu. I have to attack without being seen. Standing up, I could connect the Reikiri in the lake, but it would also hit the others. I can't do it again then. Pain, TSK taking off the kunai, but when doing so he notices that there was a paper bomb. Ha. His hand explodes. Izuku, he walking towards the Pains. With Jiraiya. Jiraiya, I have to help Midoriya, throwing fireballs along with toad slime, but Pain dodged them. The boss will come out, biting his finger and starting to do a jutsu. With Konan. We see her healing the Hyuga with some pills and some chakra. Konan. In the background we could see Izuku fighting, even though the green-haired boy was the most beaten up. Neji, Ha opening his eyes and looks at Konan. Who are you? Konan, I'm Konan, ignore my Akatsuki cloak. Neji frowns at her. That will be clear later. First let's cure your partner. Neji looks at who she was referring to and goes pale. Neji, Hinata-sama? Hugging the girl who was unconscious. Konan, he's just unconscious, we have to hurry because Midoriya can't do everything. Neji looks at Izuku and looks at him with a green glow in his eyes. Neji, the Midoriya clan is amazing. With stars in his eyes. Konan. Hey, we have to keep going. Neji nods and helps him heal Hinata. With Izuku. Izuku, 68%, kicking Pain in the head with an axe and dislocating his neck. Ha? With a funny face. Ha. Receiving a blast of air. Pain, Banshu Tenon pulling Izuku towards him, but another Pain grabs him. You are strong Midoriya, you finished off another one by yourself. Taking out a dark iron butt. It's time for what? He stops when he sees a huge shadow. Gamabunta. Pain. Receiving a huge ball of water that knocks him flying. Izuku, ha. Removing the pain that was grabbing him and breaks his neck. I still haven't gotten used to killing. Nervous T, thanks. Huge toad. Gamabunta, shut up kid, it was nothing. Izuku had a funny face when he heard him speak. Jiraiya, Midoriya, how are we doing? On Gamabunta. Izuku, Jiraiya? Weren't you fighting? Jiraiya, you said it, I was. Ha. Let's finish the other three boy. Let's go Gamabunta. The great toad nods and goes to where the other three Pains remain. Izuku, this secret infiltration mission went to hell, hee. Falling to his knees but gets up. Konan, can you still walk at least? Landing next to him with the Hyuga. Izuku, I still can, I can give my last plus against them. Grabbing his arm. Konan, then let's continue. The other three nod and go after Pain. With Naruto. Naruto, Sasuke. Sasuke, Chidori, high voltage sign. Naruto dodges him. How you annoy Naruto. Trying to cut him but it didn't work. With Jiraiya. We see him connecting a Rasengan against a Pain, inside Gamabunta's mouth. Jiraiya, the Rinnegan allows the gazes to connect, smiling and leaving Gamabunta's mouth. In the background Pain could be seen falling. Pain. Seeing that only he was missing and another one who was the one who healed the Pains, if they finish him off I'll have to use my last attack. Looking at Jiraiya but in the distance he notices that the Hyuga, Izuku and Konan were coming. TSK. I'll finish them all off at once then. Starting to float and the other Pain falls to the ground. Pain, Amiga Core will disappear. Along with them if necessary, looking at the village in the air but stops when he receives a blow from an origami that contained bombs. Ha? Looks ahead and sees Konan in front of him. In the end you'll fight me, huh? Konan, if necessary I'll die here, but Midoriya already went for you. Pain, she told him where I am. Wow. I thought you were going to kill me yourself. Konan, he doesn't plan on killing you. Pain, what? Konan, he doesn't think like you who try to change the world with only pain. He wants to see a smile on people, not terror. Pain. So that's what differentiates us. He seeks what he wants. And what I need to calm my peace. Looking at the sky and what is he planning then if not to kill me? Raising his arms. Konan, Nagato. Don't do it, you'll end many lives that depend on you. Pain. Looking at the village and lowers his hands, I don't know what to do. Konan. Konan, it's best to leave this plan behind. Seeing the world in someone else's way is not a good path to take. Pain, I'm sorry to see you get on my bad path. Konan. Konan, it's okay. Pain, and how do you know Midoriya thinks that way? Konan smiles nervously. You've already talked to him before, right? Konan, this is the 4th time he comes to Amiga Core, I've run into him all 4 times. Pain, I only heard he came twice. Konan, I'm sorry I didn't see what you said, we really should follow Midoriya's path, you have to be the one to guide this village. Pain, ha. That's what I'll do. Smiling slightly and starting to descend with Konan. Konan, and what will you start with? Pain. Really what I should see is what I'll do with the beast's chakra. Konan, it's true. There are only 6 of us left alive, right? Pain, Tobi, Itachi, Kisame, and Zetsu. There are not only 4 left. Smiling and Konan nods. Konan, goodbye Akatsuki, looking at his cloak. Itachi will fight with his brother. Pain, it's inevitable, but he'll surely win. Konan, landing next to Pain. Jiraiya. Next to the Hyuga looking confused at the 2 from Akatsuki. Pain. It seems that Midoriya has already arrived. Smiling sideways. Neji, why did they stop fighting? Confused next to the Sennin and his cousin. Konan, we are no longer part of Akatsuki, taking off her cloak with pain. Jiraiya. Huh? With Izuku. Izuku finds himself looking at a tree which was slightly noticeable to be fake. Izuku opens the tree and looks at a redhead. Uzumaki Nagato. Izuku. Looking at how thin he is, do you need food? Nagato, ha. Ha. Said lightly no. Konan already told me what you are planning. Izuku. What do you think? Looking at Nagato, who just nodded. Nagato, I will take care of Amigakure. But not how I currently do. No more Akatsuki. Izuku, I'm glad you accepted. Hey. Why are you carrying all that on your back? Nagato, they're receivers. They're for my Rinnegan, I won't take them off. Izuku, but can you take them off? Nagato. Izuku, Nagato, that doesn't matter. After all, I will take care of Amigakure with Pain. Izuku, but you are Pain. Nagato, I mean the other 6 you fought with. Izuku, ho. Then I'll go, you're very strong, Pain. Nagato, you can tell me, Nagato. You are very strong too, Midoriya. I would have surely beaten you. Izuku, you wish, smiling sideways as he walked away. Nagato. Looking at Izuku, who is waving goodbye, will he achieve peace? Smiling. With Jiraiya. Jiraiya, then I'll respect Tsunade. Konan nods, it's time to go, guys. Hinata, but what about Midoriya-kun? Jiraiya, a girl will take him to Konoha. Looking at Konan, who nodded, let's go. Neji, take care of Midoriya. Konan nods, we'll see you. Days later, going behind Hinata and Jiraiya. Konan. Looking at Pain. Pain, he's already on his way, you're staying today, right? Konan, yes, I hope you take good care of Amigakure. Pain, you take care of Konoha. Smiling sideways, I have to go, send my regards to Midoriya. Grabbing several pains and leaves. Konan. Watching Pain leave over the orange horizon, which indicated that it was getting dark. Izuku, hello, arriving and falling on his feet. Konan, hello. Midoriya watching Izuku get on his knees, can't you get up now? Izuku, how come you didn't fight, right? With a mocking smile, but receives a light kick from Konan in the leg. Ha. Konan, oops. Smiling at Izuku, who just put on a slight smile. Izuku, what are we going to do now? Standing up. Konan, we'll go rest somewhere near the outskirts and leave early. Izuku, and your cape? Konan, Jiraiya already burned it, is it okay without the cloak? Izuku, I really feel a bit uncomfortable. But I don't dislike it. Konan elbows him. Hey. Konan, don't look too far, with a mocking smile. Izuku, aha. Let's go rest. Konan nods and starts walking. Konan, what's wrong? Looking at Izuku, who isn't moving. Izuku. Ha. Konan, I asked you if you could move, silly, pushing him with her finger, and Izuku falls on his back. Izuku, see, created what occupied help he. Konan, he helped you. Grabbing Izuku's hand, who blushed when he felt Konan's hand. Izuku. Being hugged by Konan, who was helping him walk, thanks Konan. Konan, you did remember my name, right? Izuku, how could I forget it? Walking in the distance with Konan as the sun finished setting. Short finale of the cap. We see Chibi Neji looking at Pain. Pain, Neji, Pain, the Rinnegan is better. Neji, you wish. Pain, you wish. Neji, damn onion. Pain, damn blind. Neji, I'm the opposite of blind slug. Sasuke, the Sharingan is better, and that's it. Neji and Pain looked at him, I don't give a damn. Neji, we have to figure him out. Throwing himself at Sasuke, and Pain throws himself at them.